Hello, this is Keeney Rathbun. I thought I'd give you a glimpse into how I start my day, my studio day every day. So this is my living room, and my studio is out behind my home. So this is the commute I take to get there every day. It doesn't take long, as you can see. I built this house, sorry, I bought the house in 1996, and in that time I planted this tropical garden. And then I built this studio out behind my home. And this is where I do my work. I'll give you a little tour, give you a glimpse of what you might see when you come to visit me here at the studio in October. So on this wall, we pretty much have all acrylic on carved linoleum paintings. If you saw my video earlier, my live feed of my sketchbook, you'll recognize some of the images that have been transformed into these paintings. For example, the sunflowers and the shell above it were based on, and the way that I've handled the forms, the waveforms, are directly taken from those original sketches. This is actually based on one that I did on a retreat to Australia. And then my previous trip was to Central Oregon, where I spent a month drawing. And so some of these other paintings are ones that are based on those sketches. I will have some of my older found wood sculptures around the studio, although I haven't done that in a couple of years. In this back wall, you can see that I have screen prints, and then there's etchings as well. My screen prints are very complicated and take about 65 separate layers of color to create them. The etchings that you see are based on those same sketches that I showed earlier, that I've then added figures and a little color to. That's an etching based on a drawing I did over in Central Oregon and Dillon Falls. On the table down below, you can see that I'm working on a couple of things. These are all paintings that are finished, but they're being put into frames that I had, and then I patinaed them. The frames are just painted gold, and then I actually gold leaf them. That's some remnants of gold leaf. And then that's what a finished frame looks like before I patina it. And I usually use an Indian yellow that I paint on and then rub off. So it just leaves this trace of shadow, which enriches the frame and makes them a lot deeper. Those are two more of the paintings that I just finished. And these were both based on drawings that I did in Cape Perpetua last year when I spent a month there drawing. Some more older sculptures. And then there's another painting based on Cape Lookout. Another one from the series that I'm working on now, and that's the previous one of Central Oregon. Oh, and that we just showed you the etching of the figure at Dillon Falls, and this is actually a painted version. I'm going to get really close, and hopefully you can see some of the sculptural quality as I get closer here. You can actually see the three-dimensional quality of the painting. In the past, I've done stained glass and needlepoint with my same imagery. But for the last 6 years, I've been primarily making these acrylic on carved linoleum paintings, as well as still doing etchings and other printmaking forms. Oh, there's a piece of needlepoint that I did based on some songbirds of Australia. So I hope that was a tease, enough of a tease that you'd be curious enough to come and see what else I'm working on and see how I actually make this work. Hope to see you in October.